Success, no doubt, means different things to different people. For some people, success is getting to the peak of the career. For others, it is the ability to afford whatever they need. While for some others, it is the ability to provide for their family. But in general, success can be seen as whatever gives you the feeling of accomplishment. Climbing to the top of the success ladder is quite tricky. However, remaining there is more laborious. Certain habits can hinder you from not just being successful, but also staying successful. And in this video, I will be showing you 9 of such bad habits that you must drop if you ever want to be successful and stay successful. 1. Reacting based on only emotions. Have you ever looked back at a terrible decision you made and asked yourself, what was I thinking? Well, chances are you acted solely on emotions. Emotions certainly play an essential role in influencing a person's choices. But then again, making your judgments and decisions based on your feelings alone can terminate your success. According to new studies, intense uncomfortable emotions impair self-regulation skills and lead to making wrong and regrettable choices. Successful employees and entrepreneurs have high emotional quotient. To be successful, you must be able to balance emotion with reasons. You must be able to recognize and acknowledge every one of your feelings and weigh them in a scale of logical reasoning and facts before choosing the path to take. 2. Perfectionism. Leo Tolstoy once said that if you look for perfection, you will never be content. While being a perfectionist can be a strength, it has its adverse effects. For one, a perfectionist finds it challenging to be a team player. An anonymous writer once wrote that perfection could not be attained because it varies from person to person. However, perfectionists desire flawlessness and assume that those around them will acknowledge their definition of perfect and adhere to their set of standards. If you must achieve satisfaction, you must stop wasting so much time seeking perfection and accept that everything is not meant to be perfect. When you acknowledge things do not always go as planned and view mistakes as opportunities for improvement, then success can be achieved. 3. Avoiding risks. Often when people become successful, they feel so relaxed and stop taking risks. However, if you must remain at the peak, you must continually step out of your comfort zone and explore new chances. As you go through the ladder of success, you will need to increase your risk tolerance because it is only then that real rewards will come your way. According to inspirational speaker Robin Sharma, if you are not scared a lot, you are not doing very well. Even the most successful risk takers get scared of getting into new ventures. However, they do not allow their fears to stop them from taking risks. So, if you must succeed and remain successful, you must stop staying in your comfort zone and be willing to take up new chances. 4. Blame game. In life, making bad decisions is inevitable, but blaming others for those mistakes is an immature act. The worst thing about the blame game is that you may be playing it even without your knowledge. It is a habit that usually starts from when a person is young and goes into adulthood, when it is not noticed and handled. Blaming others is a mere defense mechanism that barely solves anything, except giving you a momentary greased ego. It blinds the blamer's eyes from reality and the need to take responsibility. If you must achieve success, you must, as much as you can, learn from your mistakes rather than blame others for every of your misfortune. 5. Overplanning. Well, you heard me correctly. It is true that he who fails to plan plans to fail. But on the flip side, overplanning is a ditch that many people get into. The consequences of overplanning include discouragement, distrust in, and discontinuation of desired goals. Many times, people confuse having an overall plan with overplanning. While having an overall plan means creating tentative strategies to accomplish a set goal, overplanning, on the other hand, is the longing to have everything in place first before starting up. Successful people know that it is okay not to get it all figured out at the start, but those with a habit of overplanning want to get it all before they begin. And that is almost impossible. 6. Making assumptions. Often when people are too lazy to seek for first-hand information, they dwell on presumptions. Although the effects of assumption may not be noticed at the time it was made, they have power over our success rate. Have you ever had the opportunity to take up a new position but you let it slide? The reason for passing those opportunities is likely because you assume that you are not smart enough to handle such a job. Many people see themselves as victims and always think that everyone is against them. Others base financial and professional decisions on assumptions. When you are stuck in your assumption bubble, you cannot see the way out, and the end is always disastrous. 7. Ungratefulness. Pride and arrogance always lie in wait for the successful, and one easy way by which it is expressed is through ungratefulness. There is no way you can attain success without the input of others. One terrible mistake you can ever do is to step on the foot that stood behind you and pushed you up when you had nothing. If you crave success, then you must always learn to appreciate people that have helped you in one way or the other. As the old saying goes, appreciation is an application for more. The more you appreciate life and the people in it, the more life gives you happiness and success. 8. Using the traditional. Using the traditional, silence means no response. No is one syllabic word made up of 2 small letters, but many humans would rather walk through burning coal than to say the words to others. Although our society have somewhat suggested using a passive no approach through silence instead of giving a direct no, nonetheless it is mandatory that you learn to use the word as well. What you may not understand is that the effect of a passive no is often worse than what may follow after an outright no. Using the passive no, especially to people in a higher rank than you, depicts disrespect and lack of integrity. Successful individuals do not take to silent no's. They understand politely saying no is an honorable thing to do, and it can open doors of opportunities. If you must stay successful, you must let go of the habit of the traditional no habit. 9. Never seeking help. Gloria Macapagal Arroyo once said that the power of one, if fearless and focused, is formidable, but the power of many working together is better. The idea of self-sufficiency is a significant impediment towards progress. One peculiar attitude among successful individuals is that they understand that there is strength in togetherness. So as much as they can, they attempt to build partnerships and long-term relationships. They surround themselves with other great minds and are not afraid or ashamed to seek for help when they are stuck. If you are of the habit of wanting to do it all by yourself, you should zero your mind from success because you're not omniscient and cannot do a thing alone. Take the advice of the Liverpool Football Club's slogan, and never walk alone. Sometimes, through our actions, we intentionally or subconsciously impede rather than develop our success ability. One compelling quote by Petrarch goes thus: "Man has no greater enemy than himself. If you must succeed, you must sort out these bad habits and cast them away."